In 2015, Jessica Munden, a single mother on government assistance, was waiting tables at Waffle House, hoping to find a better paying job.
$2.13 an hour plus tips. I got to the point where I was like, I have to do something better.
Within a couple of months, a recruiter at Waffle House offered her advancement. However, there was a complication. Jessica had a criminal record.
I was so embarrassed because it wasn't who I was at this point. And you know, anyone that worked with me, they never would have guessed that about me.
2 years earlier, Jessica was making a six-figure income running an escort service and living lavishly.
I mean, I spent it as soon as it came in, honestly.
That life had a cost. Arrested a number of times, Jessica didn't believe she had a way out.
I was scared, and I started calling out to God.
For years, family and friends had shared the love of God with her. In 2012, she started watching church online and even financially supported the ministry.
I like to give because we were poor growing up, and so that instilled compassion in me to help others.
In time, Jessica attended her mother's church, and there she accepted Jesus Christ. Leaving the escort business behind as well as a six-figure income, she couldn't afford her lease, and the two rental properties she owned were in disrepair. So, she moved her family in with relatives.
There were times that fear would try to creep in, but I honestly just did not think about it a lot because God, He was so good. He took me, out of the industry. He made a way.
She started working at Waffle House for $2.13 an hour plus tips, and at church was learning about tithing.
The 10% was just a conviction of mine and something that I heard, so I started doing it. God says, test me in the area of money. And there was times I would say, Lord, I'm testing you. So I would get a weekly check and my tips I would take home daily. And I actually would claim my tips and I was still tithing off of that.
Her financial situation began to change when one of her rentals sold, which allowed her and the children to move into the other.
God made a way.
Then there was the problem with the criminal record. Jessica was concerned it would rule out the promotion. She was wrong.
I was surprised. I was actually, yes, I was very surprised.
The promotion came with a salary, and her earnings quadrupled. She was no longer on government assistance.
I filed my income taxes and I looked at the previous year. I was like, oh my goodness. It was like reality just hit me again, like, wow, this is amazing. A whole lot more money.
For the next 5 years, Jessica continued to get promotions and increased her giving with each one.
God honors us when we honor Him, even in our finances. He can do more in like a year than we can do in our entire life, I feel like. And even looking back, even today, it's just like, it blows my mind, the things that He's done in my life.
Today, Jessica is responsible for recruiting in 26 Waffle House locations in the Louisville and Indianapolis region. Her story is one of trusting God.
It does require trust to tithe. What He gives us is a gift, but what we do with that is really a gift back to Him. And we honor Him with what we do with the resources that He's blessed us with.